couple of seasons of impressive overachieving for West Ham. Maybe a bit of a dip was inevitable. It has certainly been coming this term for David Moyes and his players. They arrive in the Midlands as a club 2 divisions above their host, but I'm not sure it'll feel like quite such a gap this evening. Lots of rumours about the thin ice on which in this squad who are young and hopeful, and there are some wily old veterans in there too. We wondered if David Moyes would go about selection, given that tough run of games they're in at the moment. Well, he's changed half his team. Areola comes into play between the posts. Ben Johnson's on the right, down. Souček and Fornals also start. Antonio could do with a goal. Bowen, as Dean mentioned, is the top scorer this season. Ben Rama.
Shape that David Moyes has used so well in the pre. Maybe he didn't watch Rotherham in his spare time, but he will certainly.
Barkhausen here. Can he cut it back? He can, but not to a white shirt. 18. Johnson way short with that.
So electric on the counter-attack.
Relief.
All over to Hazen as well.
And it's Thilo Kehrer again. That's who got Antonio. And still gone too wide, hadn't he?
I mean, that...
Few early struggles this division to come. Smith, he's going to keep on running here, is he? No, he's going to wait for the loose ball. In fact, he's bypassed by it.
But you've certainly got to have strong mentality to...
Barely misses a game. Antonio probably hoping for a corner there. He didn't get it. Football. It's been a while, or rather it had been a while. Separately running in front of someone to try and wait for a brush. Johnson with the cross. It's given away very cheaply to a very dangerous player in Bowen, who would expect better, and I think we all would of him there. Good strength from Antonio.
He should there.
Collins with a little flipping. Helped on by Antonio. Bowen leaves it. Souček. Bowen 1-0. Quick glance over the shoulder. He had a sighter a moment ago. A very different kind of finish here. West Ham 1 up, and it's him again.
I mean, how often do we see it with forward players? Once they break that run of games without a goal, all of a sudden their shoulders relax. Seen there, just lacks that bit of sharpness of the top level player. Uses strength and his creativity there.
Yeah, and getting a great ball in. Just too much on it, but a real teaser that. Comfortable enough. It's not all been comfortable though, not just that. Neat little take that from Knight. So much claret and blue around in there. Had maybe something here. Just saw him go a moment ago, Mendez-Laing, and he tried. Horahan. Nice idea. Barkhausen bring a headed goal like every match, it felt like. He ended up with 10. Smith here. Dainty footwork. By Bonner, but not cleared very far. Shoot, they say. Way too deep, lurking at the most far post nature, and he's coming in there, and I think it hit him, didn't it? Looked like it hit the skipper. Some quality in to that West Ham box. Years ago.
I think he has his standards, and if you don't meet them...
Results are coming, and they certainly were. You can make a bit of a rod for your back as well. If you overachieve, then people expect you to do it again. Very long. A bad month or two, and they certainly... It's in towards Forsyth again. Bowen making the run. Antonio's best. That's a lovely way to pass, but Bowen turns away as his side, turn over the ball. Oh, it's a lovely idea from Collins. What a goal that would have been. It's not that close in the end, but you're going to go for it. The game's first corner. He's had a couple of free kicks. Smith has to behave, remember, and he times that perfectly. It's a corner. Left, that's where he goes. Fornals, tight angle. Wildsmith has some company in the form of Antonio.
Works hard again.
Shocking giveaway to Antonio here. Could have ended up as an own goal. It's only a corner. Little layoff for Barkhausen, if indeed it was meant for him, but it was himself against Emerson, and you can see why. He's done brilliantly well. At least he did. He's scrappy. Yes, of course, they're a Premier League side with more quality, and they've got Barkhausen. Oh dear, no. Chances come. Barkhausen with the cross. It's deep. Emerson. Down in front, but without being overly convincing. Jared Bowen has made that stick quite beautifully. Jason Knight just pulling it, maybe wrap the boot around it. This is good. How about the cross? Well, that's good as well. He's handballed that, hasn't he? Collins in the middle.
Yeah, I felt he was pushed, but what a brilliant...
Seen too much of him on one.
Well, yeah, when you've got three midfield players.
Anyway, this is Bowen. Antonio's in the middle. Antonio scored. Little deflection on the cross. But the most two prominent players in that first half have combined here. And West Ham have the cushion.
They just look so dangerous when the ball's bouncing in the middle of the pitch and Antonio's then looking to get...
Run is in serious threat here.
Tonight, possibly against Everton.
Maybe doing that suddenly with a couple of wins back to back, it feels very different. Risky from Robin. Gets rid eventually. Fornals with the head, and it's awkward. Shoot, they say. Bird does. Off target. Fornals trying to help. Meanwhile, just laying at the other end. That's a good turn from him here. Just trust me, they were in it. They beat Dortmund with him as captain, actually. Here's Johnson with the ball in and cashing right on cue with the defending and gets us in their league campaign. Bear in mind they've played 27 matches.
এগুলোর দিকে মুভ করে যাব শারীরিক স্বাস্থ্যসম্মত খাদ্য দিকে রয়েছে সুষম খাদ্য আমাদের প্রত্যেকের শরীরে খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা জিনিস কিন্তু আমাদের প্রত্যেকের শরীরে থাকা উচিত এবং হচ্ছে পরিষ্কার পরিচ্ছন্নতা তো পরিষ্কার পরিচ্ছন্নতা থাকা কিন্তু খুবই উচিত এবং হাসি খুশি থাকা কিন্তু সবসময় খুবই বেটার একটা জিনিস এবং সবসময় কিন্তু মনকে পরিষ্কার